The more new games release, the more videos I can make for you guys. This video will show you 10 best games that just have been released. Starting off at number 10, we have Project Mech. This is a fast-paced robot game in which you will have to fight a large number of robots all by yourself. A unique thing in this game is that every equipment is balanced, with each having different strengths and weaknesses. You can sacrifice the damage of your guns for higher HP, or you can lose some of your speed so your melee weapon can deal more damage, etc. There is no multiplayer mode at the moment, but I hope the dev would add that mode, thanks to how balanced this game is. At number 9, we have Furry Fury. Furry Fury is an action game where you fight with a sword and gun. The combat is really satisfying, and the fact that the gun will target the enemies automatically make the gameplay even better. Completing the levels will give you the diamonds that can be used to buy new skills and equipment. You can think of this game as Devil May Cry, but with cartoony graphics and funny storyline. Next, we have Unknown Descent. This game has a mix of shooting and racing, in which you will be racing with other robots to the finish, but with guns behind your back. The gun can be used to shoot the opponents in case you are falling behind, but the enemies can shoot you while you are in the lead as well, so you must avoid the obstacles while also not getting shot. Since the game only has more than 500 downloads after a few months, you will be racing with AI, but the AI opponents are smart enough to make the game challenging and intense. At number 7, Irome's Ink Shop. This game is all about color. You are a worker in a shop, and your job is to figure out the color and the mix, along with sorting the color brightness, in order to complete the delivery. Depending on how well you identify the color, you can earn a salary, which can be used to unlock more content as well as the skin color. I actually found this game while watching YouTube though, but the game is entertaining. Number 6, LA Story. LA Story is a life simulator game where you start a new life in a city of LA with lots of choices and opportunities that you can pick. A good thing is that your character have saved lots of money right at the start of the game, but you must still spend wisely, as the gameplay is still challenging and realistic. For instance, you may get less salary if you are late for work, or working out too much without eating may get you into hospital and lose lots of money, etc. At number 5, we have King Smith. King Smith has just been released a few weeks ago, but the game already feels completed. This game has a mix of management and RPG, where you take down the enemies to get materials. Then materials are used to craft equipment, as well as the daily activity items like chopsticks, spoons, etc. And finally, sell them to customers and gain profit. Compared to an old game called Warriors Market Mayhem, this game is a big improvement, although you have to connect the internet to play. At number 4, we have Granny 2. Granny 2 is a horror game where you can join a party of 4 players and try to escape the house while avoiding an old crazy man. The game seems to have one ending only, where you can escape using a car, but the house is large with lots of rooms and puzzles to solve. Too many ads aside, the game is pretty good. You can also play offline mode where you will escape as solo. Number 3. Myst. Myst is an idle RPG game with a mix of horror, in which you play as Max, who must save his daughter kidnapped by monsters. Max must kill the monsters using his mutant powers, as well as having a companion to support him. For an idle game, this game is challenging, and you might have to grind a lot in order to fight enemies easily. I think the only weakness for this game is the voice acting. They don't sound bad at all, but they sound too quiet, and you might have to turn the volume all the way up.
We've been on this road for 2 hours with the damn fog. We don't have a lot of options.
If you want to save your souls, you better turn around right now.
Are you okay? What the f*** is this place? I'll figure it out without you.
Well, look, mate.
Now at number 2, we have Disney Realm Breakers. Disney Realm Breakers is a mix of merging and tower defense, where you must summon the units and merge them into real-time battles. The story is just a typical the good side wins and the bad side loses, so the story isn't too exciting. But the game is good enough with an eliciting gameplay and a variety of classic Disney characters as well as original Realm Breakers ones. Before we continue, here are 5 other games as honorable mentions.
Headshot.
Hang in there, kid. I'm coming for you. Just...
Number 1, Project Decay. This is an FPS game with a mix of horror. You control a member of a special force, and you will be fighting against unknown threats called the Decay. The game features the body cam view, allowing for realistic movement and the immersive feeling of the game. You can play solo in offline mode with 3 campaign maps, or have a team of 4 in multiplayer. The game also has a PvP mode, which is a free-for-all mode where you must get the highest scores by killing other players, while the Decay is trying to get all of you.